Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
And you are looking at a live view from our newest Roofing Dog iNet weather camera in Decatur. Yes, now giving you beautiful shots of downtown Decatur and watching that weather roll in. You'll be able to watch this each and every single day, and as we track storms, as we always do. Currently in Decatur, it's 87 degrees right now. Let's take a look at the satellite radar picture, and we've been watching some scattered showers. A few storms creeping into far southern Illinois near I-70. A little bit of rain will be possible. It's warm again, 86 with a heat index of 93. That's what it feels like outside. Another muggy day across the region. We've got more storms in the forecast over the next couple of days. Also, the latest on Laura, major hurricane hitting the Gulf Coast. We'll show you that coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now, from WCIA 3 News.
It just seems like this year was a big year of littering.
It's either pick it up or they'll shut it down. What popular lake is getting trashed? Plus, Champaign students started the school year at home today. Why some on individualized learning plans are already frustrated.
6 years for a DUI, aggravated DUI, with people that were willingly in the car with her.
And she drove a car off a bridge. Why her family feels she's getting a raw deal.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
We were picking up 2 to 3 30-gallon trash bags a day.
And it was all litter. As more people spend time outside because of the pandemic, some of their actions almost got a popular spot shut down. Good evening, I'm Jennifer ROSCOE. The problem at Clinton Lake is cleaned up for the most part, but the people who run the site are still keeping their guard up. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey went out to the lake to see what there's to see.
The problem was so bad, the site superintendent was prepared to shut down the most popular fishing site on the lake. So to stop it, he put up these signs, issuing that exact warning.
And it just seems like this year was a big year of littering. There's a lot more than usual. So we didn't know what to do. We talked about closing the area just to see if we can, stop the littering that way. And then
it's been a few months since the signs went up warning fishermen that that part of the lake could be closed down. And since then, the littering problem has gotten much more manageable, much to the surprise of both the fishermen and the site superintendent.
After the first week, it was amazing how much litter was picked up. We was actually spending sometimes two hours to pick the litter up per day down this spot. And we got to a point where all we were doing is just dumping the trash cans and leaving.
Sarah Carroll and her friends go to the spillway to fish a few times a week. She saw the problem firsthand, and now she sees how much better it is.
A lot of trash, a lot of old fishing stuff, just make it harder for you to come out here, have your kids out here. But it has looked a lot nicer, it's a lot easier. As you can see, there's a lot less stuff going on.
The signs are still up around the spillway fishing site. The park does not want to slow their efforts down in case the problem returns. The threat to shut down the spot does still stand, and that threat is definitely not hollow.
We're really thinking about it at the beginning. Before we even put the signs up, we really thought about just closing that area up because, manpower and getting that place cleaned up was just horrible. And then we was actually going to post something a little different. We was actually just going to close it up until the litter was all picked up.
Reporting in Clinton, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The park is now putting those signs in other popular fishing spots to try and keep people from littering at those places. And the same story, Gibson City having a problem with trash in their parks. And police there say, keep it clean or they will close them as well. They sent out that warning this morning on Facebook. The police chief says he spent 20 minutes filling up a garbage bag full from just around that, the basketball court. He says there are new amenities out there and police will not let it be vandalized. Champaign schools kicked off the school year virtually today. The board first called for a hybrid model, but revised the plan to move all students online for at least the first quarter, even ones with individualized learning plans or IEPs. Some parents of those kids say they're frustrated and worried they might fall behind.
They need that one-on-one time. They need that familiarity with those teachers that they've built relationships with over the years. That's what helps them. My daughter's a 7th grader and reads at a 1st grade level. She's finally grasping certain concepts, and I don't want her to start falling behind.
The superintendent says the decision was based on Board of Ed guidance. She says they will contact families who fall into certain categories later in the year to talk about in-person instruction, and that includes IEP students. After 2 record-breaking days of COVID-19 cases in Champaign County, the number dropped to 32 today. Even better, there are still just 2 people hospitalized. For the 3rd straight day, the state's 7-day positivity rate has also fallen. It's now at 4%. There are more than 2,100 new cases in Illinois. That makes 225,000 overall. 37 more people have died. The state has lost almost 8,000 people to the virus. Some bars in Campustown have new requirements for students coming in. Remember that new app we told you about? It shows whether students are positive or negative. Murphy's Pub is now asking all of them to show they are negative before they can get in. Students we talked to say it makes them feel safer.
I think it's definitely a good idea. I don't think that solves everything. I think people still need to be wearing masks, staying 6 feet apart. There's definitely a lag between when you get tested and when you show your results.
We reached out to other Campustown bars. They wouldn't confirm if they are using that policy or not. A man was found dead in a car after a shooting early this morning in Decatur. Officers responded to shots fired near North Edwards Street and Leafland Avenue. Police say they found a car in the road when they got there. The driver had been shot several times. Police say there are no suspects as of right now. And now for a follow-up, a Beecher City man has been convicted for concealing a homicidal death. Aaron Kaiser will be sentenced in October. He and Christopher Glass were arrested after the body of Kimberly Mattingly was found in April on property owned by Kaiser's parents. He lived there at the time. Mattingly had been missing for nearly a month. Glass is set to go on trial for murder next month. One person is dead after a single car crash on I-57. It happened this afternoon near Gilman. State police say 70-year-old Frank Horn of Burbank drove off the road and hit a fence and a tree. He died at the scene. One other person in the car is expected to survive. And we have an update tonight. The woman who drove off a Champaign bridge under construction was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Asia Marshall pleaded guilty to a DUI for that crash. Months later, she was charged with another one. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting was in court for the sentencing. She's live in our newsroom. So, Courtney, her family was hoping she would walk free.
That's right, Jennifer. Marshall's mother and grandmother both testifying today, and they talked about how she's doing better now. Even Marshall herself took to the witness stand and promised the judge that she'd be different once she were to get out. But she won't have that chance for a while.
I'm disappointed.
Asia Marshall's mother, Stephanie, says she's outraged after hearing her daughter was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
They didn't give her a chance.
Marshall was charged with an aggravated DUI after crashing her car off an unfinished bridge onto I-57 last September. The moment was all caught on dash cam. Investigators say her alcohol level was more than 3 times the legal limit.
2 individuals in the car, herself certainly could have been killed. People out on the highway who were traveling were endangered by her actions and her behavior.
Stephanie says her daughter struggles with bipolar depression, but has been getting better and should be able to be free.
In order for someone to receive help, you have to ask for help. She didn't know how to do that, and she's doing that now that she's been put in this situation.
The state argues that Marshall's criminal history proves otherwise, because a few months after that bridge crash, she was arrested again after running over someone twice during a fight and driving off.
Our argument certainly was that she was a danger to the public. She was a danger even to herself.
But her mother still feels the opposite.
She doesn't pose a threat to anyone. You got people shooting up houses, shooting up people, killing people, and you want to give somebody 6 years for aggravated DUI with people that were supposed to be her friends in the car with her, drinking as well.
The judge also recommended that Marshall get mental health treatment during her sentence. Now, there were 2 other people in the car with Marshall during that bridge crash that you saw video of. They were seriously hurt, but they're doing okay now. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Courtney, thank you. Abraham Lincoln left his home in Springfield in 1860. What was unveiled today to commemorate the 16th president. Also tonight, she is one of the most decorated athletes in the world. How TATYANA McFadden is adding the title of producer to her resume.
Well, let's recap today. Again, our brand new camera in Decatur on the Roofing Dog iNet. 90 degrees. It was a warm one. Yeah, now we're starting to get way above where we should be for this time of the year. When we come back, the latest on Hurricane Laura, a powerful, devastating hurricane that will strike the Gulf Coast tonight. Our own local storm chances we've got as we head into the end of the week, and how this heat continues for a little bit longer. Coming up.